Creativity is one of those words that holds so much charge and I guess misconception around the actual definition of creativity. Because I think that for so many people, there's this idea that there's creative people and there's not, right? And it's really not the truth. We've all got creativity that lives inside of us, but the key is that it shows up a little bit differently for every single one of us. So creativity may be being an artist, creating a huge, massive art piece and having it in a gallery, but it can also mean that perhaps you've come up with a system or you've innovated a way in which you do better work processes. That is creativity as well. They're just slightly different types. And so when we're looking at being able to nurture our creativity, we first need to go through that space of understanding that each and every one of us is creative. Each and every one of us is using our imagination to create something on a daily basis. Let's say, for an example, like have a look at what you're wearing right now. Did you put together the outfit? Did you buy the pieces? Did you decide how to put the colors together? That is using your imagination in order to create something. So once you start to recognize that you are being creative on a daily basis, you can then take that time and that opportunity to nurture it more, to really improve and grow your creativity. Now, why would you want to be working on your creativity? Your creativity, it's kind of twofold. It works with your imagination, it works with your creativity, it works with your ability to be able to make change and also create the world that you want. So when we're talking about becoming the creative director of your life, one of the key components is that you're able to feed your imagination in order to grow that creativity so that you can create a beautiful and wonderful full life. So one of the ways that I really like to nurture my creativity is through learning. Now, I am an obsessed learner, I must admit, and I will jump on any bits of learning that I can in all sorts of different areas, from finance to intuition to productivity to mindset. Across all of those boards, I just want to soak it up. But there's three key ways in which I actually do my learning. The first one is the one where I do reading, and that is reading different things. So what we tend to do is we get into this routine about where we're learning and how we're learning, right? So it's always a good idea to have a look at the subscriptions of blogs that you may be getting straight to your inbox and look at it and have a look and say, okay, cool, I've been learning from this one person for a while. It might be time to mix it up and get a different perspective. Again, we want to feed the imagination, and in order to feed the imagination, it needs new ideas and new information. And sometimes when someone writes something in a slightly different way, it'll sink into us on that day, right? Now, the second way that I like to learn is actually through studying. I always have an online course on the go or a physical in-person course on the go. Usually it's something to do with business because I'm obsessed with business. I love it. I love the opportunity that business holds. But it can also be, a couple of years ago, I finished a tarot and intuition course with my dear friend Lala. I'll put the link below as well. But I've also just done my NLP practitioner course. So in that learning, right, it's actually retraining my brain to think about things in a different way. And when I think about things in a different way, expands my imagination, expands my creativity, and expands my ability to manifest as well. Now, the third part is an immersive learning. And this is something that I know a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do. But it's when you're actually in that point when you can take yourself out of your normal routine, like actually go away and go to an event where there's no interruptions, you're not in the normal routine of your household, and it means that you can really dive into taking that learning in and really getting it into your soul. And again, feeding imagination, creativity into manifestation, right? So I've got this month, I'm going to Mind Valley in Dubai, which I'm very excited about. Vishen, Lisa Nichols, I'm on my way. I can't wait to meet you. But in that space there, I'm really going to allow myself to be open to different ideas about similar topics that I've heard being spoken about hundreds of times. But I'm excited to hear the different perspectives and see how that grows my imagination and my perspective. So if you're wanting to nurture your creativity, one of the best ways that you can do is really start learning. And remember, it doesn't have to be about the arts. It doesn't have to be about typical creative spaces in order for it to be creative. When you're coming up with original ideas or using your imagination to create something, meaning anything, that is using your creativity. So I hope you enjoyed today, and I'd love it if you would like, share, subscribe, and send this through to someone that you think that might enjoy it as well. Have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world, and I'm Leina Broughton.